practice meditation and mindfulness. The research is pretty compelling on this stuff. Meditation and mindfulness have been shown to improve your physical health and your immune function, help you regulate your emotions, and I would go as far as to say they provide the most compelling, most potent forms of brain training that we know of. So I think it's therefore quite a shame that these things beginning with M are often kind of cloaked in mystery and ambiguity and often described in terms that I think are genuinely unhelpful. You don't necessarily have to go on a silent retreat to access these states. You don't need to believe in any sort of religion or ideology. Let me instead, in this video, provide what I think is, for some people, a more useful understanding of these practices. Meditation and mindfulness, I think, can best be understood as no more than consequences of two very natural states. On the one hand, deep physical relaxation, and on the other, highly focused attention. Right, if you think about it in those terms, relaxation and focused attention, you're already really good at it, right? You ever get that feeling of getting lost in a good book? Or maybe sometimes a long car journey when you feel this state of absorption, right? Your brain is going into meditative states really all the time. The difference here is it becomes an exercise or a practice in deliberately creating states of relaxation and highly focused attention, and then you start to appreciate the benefits of these two separate states. Think about it. If you get better at relaxing and you do it consistently and regularly, it's perfectly natural that you'll enjoy reduced stress, reduced anxiety, improved immune function, improved sleep. See? And at the same time, if you also get better at deliberately creating states of deep, sustained attention and focus, well, isn't it natural that over time you start to improve your focus, your attention, consequently your productivity, even your learning and your memory? So now when you start to think about the benefits of these things, hopefully it becomes slightly more attractive and more accessible. And hopefully you can also see why practicing meditation and mindfulness can play such a critical role in helping you build and maintain your resilience. So let's actually try this stuff. Now think about it. All you really need to do is create a state of relaxation and then a state of focused attention. The relaxation piece you should now be able to do if you've seen the video I've done on how to regulate your physiology. Remember, just do a progressive relaxation exercise. Some practitioners would suggest that this is not a necessary part of meditation and mindfulness, and I would agree with them, but I think why wouldn't you do something that directly improves your physical health and your immune system and also clears your mind to make subsequent attentional exercises far easier? So start with that. Once you've created this state of physical relaxation, you then start to use your attention in a very deliberate way. And here I think it's useful to split two different types of meditative practice. On the one hand, you have mindfulness. On the other, you have focused meditation. Mindfulness can best be understood as a state of non-judgmental awareness, when you notice the present and you calmly notice and accept your sensations, your thoughts, and your feelings, right? So you get relaxed and then you notice. You notice your environment, you notice your body, you notice your breath, the slowness of your breath, and you also pay attention to thoughts and feelings. Now, the reason it's valuable is because as you become more aware and you cultivate, in particular, non-judgmental awareness, not only do you tend to notice that your attention and your focus improves as you become ever less distracted, But as you cultivate greater acceptance, in particular with your thoughts and your feelings, you start to notice that your ability to regulate your emotions and your responses improves. I think it's important to underline that mindfulness is not an exercise in emptying your mind. Instead, it's an exercise in noticing that which your mind presents. And the more you do it, the better at it you get, the more capable you become of noticing and accepting thoughts, images, and even feelings. So that, my friend, is mindfulness. Focused meditation, by contrast, is creating the same physical relaxation, remember the first step, and then using your brain or your attention to focus on one thing to the exclusion of all else. I feel the best thing to focus on is your breath and to actually start to count your breath. So the exercise here is, with your eyes closed, you simply start to count your breath. And I would encourage you to count as you breathe out. You start at 1, and then silently and mentally you count all the way up to 21. And then if you reach 21, you just start again at 1. The exercise becomes counting your breath, maintaining your focus on that single activity. And again, the training here is about becoming ever less distracted, strengthening your attention with each number that you count. And if you practice this exercise, again, you'll experience the benefits of physical health and immune function, improved sleep. But also, as you train your attention over time, you'll enjoy ever improved focus and concentration. So you can see these exercises, mindfulness and focused meditation, are very similar. They're both physical relaxation, highly focused attention. How they differ is how you use your attention. Mindfulness is often referred to as open monitoring. You're noticing everything that comes up and cultivating this sense of acceptance as you go about doing that. Focused meditation, by contrast, is focusing on your breath, sustaining your attention on your breath and counting each out-breath in cycles of 1 to 21. So now let's give them a go. In the notes below, you'll see 2 links that take you to 2 separate recordings. One is a mindfulness recording of 15 minutes or so. The other is a focused meditation recording of the same amount of time. Have a go. See what you think, because the minute you start practicing them, I promise you, you'll realize how pleasant an experience this thing called meditation and mindfulness really is. And as I've said, the more you practice, the more you will inevitably build, nourish, and maintain your own resilience, as well as your physical, your emotional, your mental health and well-being.